This book really focuses on white collar crime in a big way, the same way actually that the first book, Law and Disorder, did. But this goes into a little more detail about what's actually happening, where it comes to this double standard of white collar crime versus crime on the street. We have this myth. The myth is that we should be treating a Wall Street white-collar criminal different than we treat a young man that's wearing a hoodie out on the street selling an ounce of marijuana. Unfortunately, what we do is we have this standard. This guy on Wall Street's dressed up in an Armani suit. He has a Rolex watch. He drives a Bentley. And so he doesn't look like a criminal. He doesn't look like a sociopath. And so in our minds, we say, well, we got to treat him differently, even though his conduct may be such that he's stealing millions, billions of dollars from people, by way of fraud, or that he's costing people their lives by making decisions about drugs that are dangerous, that he knows are dangerous and continues that conduct anyway, or is dumping tons and tons of toxins into a waterway in our neighborhoods or into our air in those neighborhoods. So we have to rethink how we handle white-collar crime. The truth is you have to interrupt the culture. If you say that Uncle Joe, an MBA comes out of school, out of Harvard or Yale, MBA graduates and he says, I better not do this, because I do remember the story of Uncle Joe, who was the CEO of this corporation, who made these kinds of decisions that harmed people, harmed consumers, committed fraud, whatever it may be. And you know what? He wasn't just fined. Uncle Joe was actually thrown in prison. And that's the only thing that interrupts that type of culture that is overrunning what I think is the best system in the world, which is capitalism. I think capitalism running well works very well. But when it's out of sync, like it is right now, it's an abysmal disaster. And so that's what these books focus on. They kind of give you the inside look that other people can't give you. I simply have the files. I have the documents. I take the depositions. I try the cases. I take the statements. I see it firsthand. And the typical author never gets a chance to look at that type of material. So it does give me a little bit of an edge where it comes to talking about things like white-collar crime and the double standard of crime in the United States.